Let's bring in Fox News contributor and George Washington University law professor Jonathan Turley. And Jonathan, big news breaking at the moment. What do you make of it?
Well, in some ways, this is a signature move by the president. For those who have covered the president for 2 terms, and now in the 2nd term, he is someone who was famous for his phrase of "you're fired," and he views a turnover in staff as a way of sort of priming the keg, trying to move things along. He has always embraced this type of turnover of talent. What is surprising about this action is that Pam Bondi was a true loyalist. I mean, she has been consistently by his side in the thick of it, from impeachment to fighting the early fights in this administration.
Trump fired his own Attorney General, Pam Bondi, not behind closed doors, but openly, publicly. And the surprising part is, she was not some critic or outsider. She was considered one of his most loyal allies, someone who stood beside him through some of the most high-pressure moments in recent politics. So the big question everyone is asking right now is, how does it get to this point? And what does it actually mean going forward?
The night, loyalty was apparently not enough to save Pam Bondi's job.
We are so proud to work at the directive of Donald Trump.
According to sources, the president vented his frustration to allies, then a heated confrontation with Bondi last week. That led to today's shakeup. He fired the attorney general, posting, "We love Pam." As he announced, she is transitioning to a much-needed and important new job in the private sector. An unspecified role where Bondi said she is thrilled to continue fighting for President Trump. From 2-term Florida AG to the Trump administration.
The partisanship, the weaponization will be gone.
The president raised expectations and pressure publicly.
Let's break this down simply. Bondi was Florida's Attorney General for 8 years. She handled big cases, consumer protection, opioid lawsuits. She was not new to high-pressure legal work, and she had a close relationship with Trump. So expectations were very high when she took the job. But here is the problem with high expectations. Different people expected completely different things from her. Some people inside the administration wanted the Justice Department to move fast, be aggressive, deliver visible results quickly. Others knew that serious legal cases take time, months, sometimes years, to build properly so they hold up in court. Bondi seemed to lean toward the slower, careful approach, but some people around Trump wanted the faster one. That gap between what was expected and what was delivered, that is where the tension came from. Now the timing of this firing also raised questions. It happened right when several sensitive investigations and document disclosures were already getting public attention. So people immediately started connecting dots. Some said the timing was deliberate, others said that was reading too much into it. Both reactions spread online within minutes. There are 2 clear ways people are interpreting this. First interpretation: presidents reshape their cabinets. Trump did it multiple times in his first term. Secretaries of State, Defense, Homeland Security, all replaced, sometimes abruptly. This is just normal administration management. Second interpretation: this is part of a bigger pattern, where loyalty to the president's political goals is becoming more important than institutional independence. And that second point opens a much bigger debate, because the Justice Department is supposed to operate with some separation from the White House. That has always been the design. Past attorneys general like Eric Holder and William Barr both faced questions about how close they were to presidential influence. This is not a new debate, but right now it feels louder than ever. The other thing people noticed was how this happened, the tone, the presentation. A quiet resignation sends one message. An abrupt public firing sends a completely different one, and this felt abrupt, so the reaction came fast. Social media, cable news, commentary from every direction. What also gets overlooked is the effect on everyone else inside the administration. Every official, every advisor watched this closely, trying to figure out what it signals, about pace, about priorities, about what is expected of them. In political environments, signals matter just as much as actions. Now, zooming out, this is really about a tension that has existed in American government for a long time. Elected leaders are supposed to implement their agenda. That is why voters elected them. But institutions like the Justice Department are designed to operate with consistency and legal restraint. Beyond any one presidency, balancing those two things has always been difficult, and every administration handles it differently. But today, everything is amplified. Decisions are analyzed in real time. Narratives spread instantly, and every interpretation finds an audience. So the real question now is, who replaces Bondi, and how do they operate? Do they move faster? Do priorities shift? Does anything actually change? Was this a symbolic move or a strategic reset? If symbolic, this fades quickly into the next headline. If strategic, this could mark a real turning point in how this administration handles legal and political challenges. That is where things stand right now. One departure, many questions, and a lot still to watch.